Hey, you guys. I wanted to talk about something that I wasn't going to get on live here. I even took some time to like really write some of my thoughts out because I have a burning injury, so I forget that I want to say. But it's about um, kind of a topic that's going on right now. So I know I'm out my battery. So anyway, it's about some things that are happening right now that's very disheartening. Um, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know about the ADOS movement and Yvette, Carnell, and Antonia Moore, right? So just the kind of backstory, I didn't really. I had watched Yvette like here and there, maybe really didn't pay too much attention. But I thought when I did listen, it was very insightful. I could tell that she um, wasn't just your average little hotep type of speech. She's well spoken. And then as I kept going and coming back and watching her videos, I, learned some things about her as far as she is educated. She's educated for real, not self-educated, and have been in certain privy to certain circles that I probably would never have the privilege to uh, be in the company of. And so, Antonio, I know a little bit about him, but it's the same thing, very educated. So as I started to kind of really start to hear about this ADOS thing, I really started to like really watch her videos like all the time. And it just was confirmation like, okay, this is a serious thing. This isn't just um, another one of our well to do or highly functional, intelligent Black face or person within our community that is like selling us on something to get their payday type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our people do sell us out and want us to get on board. So, the you know it's disheartening to see that that this particular movement is being attacked by all types of people and all types of fronts. Um, and let me go to what I wrote down because the latest, and I'll go probably from the latest because I have things written down about that to kind of the broader thing. But the latest obviously was backlash they got and how they responded to Dr. Claude Anderson's Breakfast Club interview. A lot of these YouTube intellectuals or hoteps and whatnots, a lot of them are saying that he didn't disrespect them, and that's not true at all. Um, I can see, well, first of all, at the 36-minute mark, if you go on their YouTube channel, at the 36-minute mark is when he says something to the effect of they don't know what they're doing and they don't have a plan. And I don't think it was a coincidence that he was on the Breakfast Club in the same time period as ADO's picking up steam and white folks actually getting a little nervous. They want to coil it, right? But that's what and that's kind of how it started. And I can see uh, how one can be offended. I mean, I can see both sides. I can see how one can be offended, but a lot of people saying, "Oh, they didn't do this and that," and it's like, you know what? Like I just said on somebody else's on these again these YouTube social media intellectuals pages on Facebook. It's one thing to feel like maybe they overreacted or uh, went too far But to totally deny someone's feelings or how someone may have felt due to what somebody did, you can't, because it's something that you wouldn't get upset at. It doesn't mean that that person wouldn't get upset. So it even makes it seem nefarious or kind of like jaded, or I don't know what's going on with a lot of these black men, social media, hotep and intellectuals. Like, you're supposed to be biased. I mean, I'm not biased, but non-biased. So you would think that you'd have been like, you know what, hey, he did say this, woo woo woo, but they kind of went like too ham, and they didn't show enough respect, or because he's the elder, that maybe they shouldn't have went so, they should have did it in a certain way, or they should have had more, been more respectful in their response, or something to that effect. But they to outright just deny that, it just seems nefarious. Like there's an underlining motive there, knowing that you have all of these people that follow you, many to whom are undereducated and miseducated. And you know how black folks are. We like drama, and we, a laugh and things like that. So it just makes me feel, and I'm starting to think in general, like a lot of these people out here that's claiming to be for us, as far as these little, again, YouTube and social media intellectuals and hoteps and whatevers, I think they're playing us. I think they think that we're stupid, because for you to outright say things that are, outright lies, or what someone, like, for another example was, one of them made a video like, well, trying to say that they said, they're that everything that he had done was outdated. Because I did watch Yvette's show last night, and she said, basically she was talking about the powernomics and this, the, and again, before I get even into this, I'm not, I don't consider myself to be educated. I ain't the dumbest person, but I'm sure not the smartest person. I know that, my storyline might not, be concise and clear to some people. So before y'all get in the chat, or later on y'all see this and get the comment, because who knows, because of the people that are involved, I'm naming names, I'm pretty sure people going to talk about me from head to toe. But anyway, was saying, like, they're trying to say that, trying to stretch it to say, oh, well, they were trying to say everything, and it was rattling off his books and different things that he's done. I'm like, no, I actually listened to the show. They said they were just talking about this Powernomics book and how, and the information basically relative to what they're doing, not all the other things. But again, another one of these YouTube internet intellectuals that are saying something that's not exactly true to an audience that are miseducated and uneducated, that don't have a lot of critical thinking skills nor patience to really think about what is being said to them, and driven by emotion. And I hear a lot of, oh, the elder, and I remember a time, I grew up in that time where it's like, it didn't matter what the elder did, even if they was wrong, that's still the elder, that's still your daddy. Okay, we out of that time, to where it was, no one's doing that anymore. No one's doing that anymore. We're just out of that time. Now, some people say, you know what, at least you can be respectful. Okay, granted, like in a way, or maybe because they're a little elder and they're the elder, maybe you approach things, your grievances in a more respectful manner, something like that. Oh, I'll give you that. But just flat out like it used to be, oh, whatever the elder, that's your daddy, that's your mom, whatever, and whatever they do to you, that's still your pappy, that's still your uncle. You know what I mean? That's still your mama, that's still your cousin. because it done stole all your money. You know what I mean? Like, we are out of that. We can't, that doesn't exist anymore. Okay. So, and I can like I said, I can understand having something, put work into something, and somebody like say something real shitty, to kind of, or something just to try to discredit what I've done, especially the things, if I was like them, taking a lot of heat from everybody, the time they poured into it, the time they took away from their lives, their families and friends to do this work, when really they could have done like a lot of our intellectual, high functioning people in our community, or Black people, and took their knowledge and carved out a way for them and their families, and sat down somewhere like a lot of the Black people do, and turn a blind eye. I don't know what you're talking about. Or they get on, well, what about Black on Black crime? Or they say, we're not, they say whatever just to keep on getting their little money and their kids be straight. They could have done that, because with their schooling and the connections they've made through their careers and whatnot in their life, they don't need the reparations to make. Really, them trying to help the rest of us has probably set them back, and made, close some doors for them when they didn't have to. They could have just took the easy route, did what they did, boom, and had a little cushy life, and made a way for them to be able to leave something for their children and their bloodline. So like I said, I had to write some things down because I didn't want to get off point, but they're sending people to squash this movement. Okay, they're trying to discredit the movement because the powers that be don't want to give us no money. They don't want us even talking about it. They want us to care about whatever they tell us to care about, whether it be other, and use basically everybody else and every other cause. Okay, and they will use our own people to come and destroy us and discredit us. Right? And I already kind of mentioned, I think at this point that social media intellectuals and hoteps think that we stupid. They can say things blindly, and they can say things that we will blindly, not all of us, but a lot of their following will just blindly believe that whatever they say. If they say, oh, this person didn't say that, or this person said this, they're not going to research and confirm that information. They're just going to go with it. We know our people. We lazy in that respect, right? Just like in this situation, many are saying that the doctor didn't say anything about them when he did shade them. And for him to be of such an esteemed individual and respected individual in our community, why would he say that they have no plan and they don't know what they're doing? Either he didn't take the time to look and made an assumption, or it was deliberate. Okay. If he was criticizing the plan, then I would assume that he would have said something like, I looked at the plan, but it's a failure because X, Y, and Z. He's a smart man, so I think his words were deliberate. Why? I don't know. And I went over this. We're severely undereducated and miseducated. So I know much of what Yvette presents as information goes over many of our heads. Again, those critical thinkings, we don't critically think, and it takes time. We don't like to take time to do nothing. We more gravitate to people that are more in emotional, gets to our tugs on our emotions, and and responses and things like that. We don't, when people start to talk intellectually and especially about subjects we have no clue about, a lot of us just tune out, right? We like a good laugh, we like things that sound good, and many of these people that are these types that we gravitate towards do not have the credentials in the subject matter that they speak on. So most of the people out here, not Yvette and Tone, but they don't have credentials in the actual subject matter that they speak about. And we follow these people. And again, I'm talking about these hoteps and these YouTube intellectuals, right? Self-taught people that think that they've read a couple books on some particular subject that they know more than somebody who went to school for that for years and studied and wrote papers and all this stuff, and have a years of knowledge and experience in that. They know more and whatever. Okay, we got to really think about that type of stuff. And again, yeah, like I said, Yvette and them, they could have just took their little education, shut up when and got their little butter biscuits, as someone calls them, and sat down somewhere, like most of our Black people that can really reach back and do something, never do, right? So it's just really it's really showing how we get in our own way. And let me tell you, go back to the part about when I say they send people for us, and the powers that be don't like this movement, and they're doing whatever they can do to try to discredit the movement. They've mentioned certain other movements that seem to be kind of really similar to their movement in the same breath, okay? And that is in their space, in the powers that be space, their media and their outlets, the things that they pay for and own, right? And that is very deliberate. We don't catch that. I know a lot of, again, because we're undereducated and miseducated, and we have a short attention span, and we don't think critically. And like I said, I ain't the brightest person now, but you got to understand that that is very deliberate, and that's another way to discredit it, or try to get in a way to try to discredit them, because the individual that is a part of that movement that seems very similar to theirs has a sordid history that, if for anybody were to get into politics and the type of things in which they're talking about, and they're going to be in those particular spaces talking and being interviewed by people and grilled, they're going to bring that shit up. They're going to bring that up. That's not going to look good. Just like, for example, they bring that stuff up with presidents and stuff like that. They don't, that's not a good look. And we Black too, just like Obama. Obama had to have a squeaky clean image. You see when they tried to say he wasn't American, then they tried to bring up, they smoked pot, the picture that he had a little joint or whatever. And I'm not what Obama thumper, because again, I ain't the brightest. But I know he wasn't really for us. But I'm just saying, I'm giving y'all an example because y'all cling to him. So, he had to be squeaky clean. So for us to even do anything and try to move around, and they move around and try to sit at the table, even have be the person standing up doing the presentation and walking back out the room, it got to be all on point. So it's to just to name them two together. It's just to try to discredit and make it seem laughable or something not to take serious, because that person of the other group that sounds the same, has, but I mean, I ain't shitting on it, I'm just saying, you know, that that can't, and I understand that they have to, Yvette has to kind of distance themselves from that stuff, because that's, we know how the people, at least some of us know. I mean, even to the things that I have to deal with in corporate, like, I know that they have to distance themselves from certain types of activity. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, it bothered me so much that I had to, like, really, and I don't sit and write stuff down. I just be trying to go off the cuff, but I miss things. I have a brain injury, so I forget words and things like that. So I didn't want it to be just completely all over the place. But I want to apologize to them. I really feel bad. I just really feel bad for them, like, because they put themselves out there, like I said, and they didn't have to. These are not, some folks with, a community college education. You dig what I'm saying? And ain't never been nowhere. Ain't, I really feel, because they didn't have to do what they don't have to be doing this. And for us to act like this, and regardless, I don't know if it's like because she's a woman, or maybe she like women, maybe she like because she light skin to tit. I don't know what it is, but just like with the whole Byron Island thing, there was a lot of people coming up because he had a white wife. I'm like, yo, but what he's some things you have to look past because it's so fucking serious that you have to be like, okay, wait a minute. Now, we're going to deal with that in a minute, but that affects me. So let me perk up, and what's going on. If I got to back you, I got to back you. The other, the system, the people that benefit from the system, they understand it, because they bicker amongst themselves, and they have factions and groups, and the right and the left and this and that. But have you noticed that when it counts and they say, oh, wait a minute, they link up. Wait a minute, we'll go back to fighting amongst ourselves, but we got to deal with this. And this is why I titled the video Getting in Our Own Way. Because we're getting in our own way. We don't even see, it's a lot going on. It's either, we have people that are jealous, people that want to be the king, want to be, in the limelight, want to be the one that's ushering this in. There's people who want to co-opt it. There's people that want to squash it, quail it. There's all types of things that's going on. All reasons. There's a lot of reasons behind this. I'm gonna just end it. I'm in this video because I know it's probably already too long, and it's 23 minutes. I'm just saying, we get in our own way. And at this point, like, now through this, what's going on, I see what they mean by, white folks don't have to do shit. We are so programmed that we just do it on our own to each other. I know people only do that, bring that little sentiment up or quote up or whatever when it comes to, like, ghetto people, so quote unquote, or people doing things, gang violence, things like that. But it's seen throughout every facet and every echelon and every, whether it's corporate, and we amongst each other, wherever, it's everywhere in how we deal with each other. This is so important. And I understand, like some people again, some people, a lot of, well, I don't say it's a lot of us that just don't trust it because we, and I think I might have said this in the beginning. You don't trust them because we've always gotten shafted by a lot of our peoples that were intellectuals, and and in the end. And I say to that, like, okay, well, in the end, if she like go left, okay, well, then that happens. We deal with it from there. But right now, it's really important. Like, I want to get to the bag. I want to see what we can do. I want to see if we can get land or whatever. I mean, for me personally, you talking about reparations. I don't like the fact that there's a law, or like, I don't like, there's an amendment, for us to be free. Like, I don't even like that exists. Can we take that away? I guess that would mean they'd have to take race and all that away, period. Because I'm just like, I don't like that. Can we do it? Can we do it? Because I don't even want that to have to be, that and the law, like Byron Allen's have to go to court for. I don't want that. How do we go about erasing that so to where can't nobody else pull our card, so to speak? Can't nobody else do, like, screw us in that manner. Like, I don't like that. It's being especially, we're not foreigners, like, like I can see like immigration or something like that changes. No, that shouldn't ever change with us. It should never be a situation where we are at in a peril getting, of something changing for us to make no, I don't like that. Can we change that? Can we figure out how to where no one could ever do that to us ever? Can we do that? I mean, maybe that means we got to get rid of race. Well, hey, they did it in Star Trek. That was the only way we got off the planet. Okay, we figured that out. Then the Vulcans came down after the war and helped us with our little ship, and but we had to. That was the whole premise. We had to, race and all that. We had to take all that out. Can we do that? I mean, I'm just going on a tangent, but I'm dead serious, real. But let me go because it's gonna be long. That was all I really wanted. I feel bad. It's like your kids act a damn fool and embarrass you. I feel embarrassed. These two individuals, they didn't have to, put their careers out there and their life and their time. They could have just got their little bread and kept it moving, like a lot of our other people do. And, at every turn, when they try to do something for us, how can you misconstrue, like, oh, I mean, what are they trying to do? Who are they trying to hustle? Like, they're fraud. Like, who are they trying to hustle? Like, I don't get, like, what are they doing? Like, it's not like they're trying to run for a seat so they can get a paycheck. They're not. I don't understand where the hustle is. Like, they're not asking for money to do things. Well, they ask for donations like everybody else, but not like, other people's, and I don't want to go there, but you know what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really feel bad. I really do. I feel really bad and ashamed. We get in our own way. Like, let them do this. Get behind them and support them. Now, regardless if you think they're going to give us anything or not. And a lot of our high functioning intellectual Black people don't think that they are. That's why they've just jumped ship and was like, yeah, I'm going to get my bread over here and my kids going to be straight. And even have outwardly expressed that and tried to shit on anybody that done, said that otherwise, But I think that it is definitely something that haven't done. Some of the things that they've said to do, especially like voting down ballot and things like that. It's, and I'm somebody who don't like to vote. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna vote just so I could, we can say, okay, because it's not just voting, it's going in there. And if and she really brung home the fact that, yeah, there is some things that, like, there's people in my state that I want to make sure, I need to pay attention to what's going on in my state too. I need to still show up at the polls because there's other things that are of interest for me. But as far as I'll do that. It's different. Okay, I get. Okay, we'll see. And then from there, and I know some people are like, well, what if that doesn't work? Well, then we try something else. But I'd like to. I want to see, like, just imagine if 6 million African Americans vote down ballot and or write adios on it. Like, they would have to publicly um, put that out there as knowledge that this is what happened at the polls. So then it's going to spin, it's forcing them to actually do something, because now it's not this dirty little secret. We ain't sitting in the corner hushing and pouting. Like, okay, now they really have to say, they have to say something. They have to speak up about it, because now it's out there. Foreign news agencies get hold. It's something that they won't be able to keep quiet about. So I'm interested into finding out after that has happened, and they start talking about news. Your time next to your time. Oh yeah, well, I want to know how they're going to react. What's going to happen then? Because then that's what my logic brings me to. And it's not going to be boom. Oh yeah, now we got our everything. No, y'all, you are not going to undo 400 years or something in one election cycle. That's the thing. We're lazy. We're lazy. Did you know that they boycotted for over a year? Back in Martin Luther King Day, over a year. We lazy. We don't even want to boycott a store and sell weave and stuff. We're lazy. And well, what if that don't work? Well, we got to do something else. And I don't think that when we vote down ballot, it's not going to immediately, boom, they finna get us reparations. What end up happening is forcing them to actually start to talk. Because you can't. Everybody's going to know about it. They can't, like, oh, this top secret. We're not going to say anything. We're going to suppress everything. We're not going to say that we found 10 million, voter things that says, adios on it or whatever. We're not, no. So I don't know. But it's worth a try. But one thing is for sure, don't shit on it. Don't do that, because you only shooting yourself in the foot. Just like I was, like I said earlier about the whole Byron Island thing. It was a lot of y'all that was shitting on him, believing things that other big name Black people were saying about him, but not realizing that some of them people had personal issues with him. So of course they're going to speak out against them. And them people, a lot of them people already had their bread. They got money. So they don't care. They didn't care. So they were saying things, and people were just like, yeah, just I knew, woo, woo. But it's like, who cares? Who cares what his personal dealings, and if he had money? Okay, this is what they talking about us. It's going to affect you. It's going to affect jobs. It's going to affect you. We already go through things that jobs. It's going to make it harder for us to even prove that's what they're doing. Even though now they stick together, it's already hard now. Because they stick together, their HR sticks to be on code and everything. Like, but people couldn't see past that. That's what I mean by getting in our own way. That don't make any sense. This just doesn't make any sense, and it just makes it seem like it's a lot of, like, it has me looking at a lot of these people sideways. I'm trying not to call any names, but it's a lot of very well known internet, Black men that are like naysayers about this, and then some of them are just putting out false information and running with certain information and making it seem bigger than what it is and adding shit to it. It's like it's really making me feel like a lot of y'all are the frauds. And it's like, what motive do you have to be doing this to these people? Is this to help you and your bread, keep your bread coming with the donate from the donations and all of that? I mean, what? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All y'all can't know her personally or know Tone personally and have some personal gripe. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand. Like, why? If it was, it just seems nefarious, because if it was just, criticism, you would just state the facts. You would be like, okay, this is what happened. He said this, and they reacted like this. Now, they said that they was offended. I personally wouldn't have been offended, but hey, they said they was offended, and this is what he said. But I feel X, Y, and Z. No, some y'all, we get. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but this shit is a shame. This is shameful. This is shameful. This is shameful. I'm gonna go. This is pitiful. This is real pitiful. So I don't, and expect. I'm gonna tell y'all something. For, I guess I'll leave with this. For everybody that follows Happy People that you like and follow, stop worshiping them. Stop worshiping them. Okay? What I mean by that, don't take everything they say as gospel. Okay? Try also not to just be educated by these people. Start doing your own investigating. Hell, I mean, it's not like a degree or, someone teaching you that, is a professor, but hell, Google is on your phone. It is one finger tap away. You just hit the little button that look like assignment. And type in some stuff just to verify real quick. I do it all the time. I mean, just a little something. I mean, I know we lazy, but can we stop hanging on these people's words? Especially, there has been some, like, there are some hoteps and nature boys and polites and all that have scammed us and came back, and they're like, but y'all have a problem with this, these people. And guess what? None of these other people, some of these people that are trying to call out Yvette and Tone, I've never heard them say anything about some of these scam artists. That were like, people were actually out here like, yo, I didn't get this, I didn't get that, I paid for this, and this didn't happen. I paid for a cruise or whatever, a retreat, and it didn't happen, nor did I get my money back, and motherfuckers blocked me. We gotta critically, come on, man. We gotta think. Everybody thinks we're stupid, including our own people. Okay, the powers that be know we're stupid, that we don't think, we act on emotions and all that shit, and that's how they present information, and that's, they put stuff in front of us that's gonna evoke emotion out of us, get a rise out of us in some way, whether make us sad, make us happy, make us mad, and say things because they know because they ice is colder, so whatever they come out their mouth is the truth. Come on, man. I gotta go.